welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. My name is Misty, and if you want to be part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that it does notify you when new episodes go live on the channel. So as you can see, we are just here with our lovely Rayne. She is getting a little bit of rest, and so is most of our family except for Autumn. She's just having a little bit of gaming time bright and early this morning, but I think we need to get her working on a little bit of social, so let's go ahead and get her chatting with the family. So we are actually, unfortunately, in our last days here with Rayne, and we will be spending some time with her. And this is also going to be the last time we're going to be seeing our lovely Emmett as a teenager. We're going to be spending some time with him, and then once Rayne is no longer with us, we will be doing ourselves a bit of a time jump, and the next time we will be seeing Emmett, he will be a young adult and into season 2. So there is going to be a lot of changes coming up after this last episode, because this is unfortunately the technically finale of our Gen 1. I can't believe that we are already at the finale of our Gen 1. I mean, well, actually, yes, I can. It's been a long time coming. We are on episode 31 of our Willows Legacy, so it really has taken us quite a while to get here, but we have had a lot going on. As you can see, Teagan is up. She is just going to the washroom here. She needed to get some of her needs taken care of, and then I'm going to get her placing this school project somewhere so we can get her working on that somewhere in the house or outside or somewhere. And as usual, Xavier is just up and running and zooming around the house as he does. He's come in here to chat with Autumn, who is still just in here tapping away at this computer as poor little Ray tries to get some sleep with everyone is in her room just collecting. But Emmett is up this morning, and he is in a really bad way. He's seriously tense. He is hungry, but he also is desperate for fun. So we are going to try to get him playing a little bit of video games, see if that will get him up. Emmett has, he struggles with trying to get some fun. And as you can see, Teagan did go ahead and decide to place her project outside here in the front yard and decided to go ahead and get started, which we love for her. She's such a good little bean. It looks like video games is not working out for him, and he also is having to use the computer in Ray's room, and we know he has a festering bitterness against her, so he is even more tense having to be in the room with her. So this is not an ideal situation for him. It's just making it worse. So we'll probably go ahead and let's stop that. We'll just let him go ahead and go downstairs and eat, because he's, desperate for fun. He's tense with his festering bitterness because he cannot stand being around a sim he has a grudge against, and so he is just getting worse and worse as time goes by. He really struggles with the fun department. He is overthinking because of him being an introvert, and he is hungry. So he is just very tense this morning. Look at him. He's like, I'm going to eat a cupcake. You know, we know this about you. You like your cake in the morning. You're just like Clay in that sense. So we're not even going to bitch about it. We're just not even going to bitch about it. The thing is that he gets his fun from gardening. But right now, because of the level of his tension, I can't even get him to go gardening because he's too tense to garden. That's how tense he is. He's so tense he can't even do the things that make him relieve tension. So instead, I'm going to send him out for a jog. He grabbed something that was spoiled out of his inventory to throw it away, but he's just so tense that he's like, screw it, I'm going jogging first. So we're going to send him out for a jog to clear his mind, and hopefully that will help get his fun up. Okay, that looks like it is definitely working, so that is really great news for us, because he is desperately needing to get that up, and it is working, so that is great news. So we will just let him enjoy the nice fresh air as he jogs through town here, through the land here, and well, I guess it is a little bit of a town, isn't it? And he just enjoys the scenery out here in the country. Let's call it that, the country land. And so he's just jogging and he's thinking to himself like how mad he is really. He's just so mad at Ray and her behavior. He can't stand the fact of how she has been treating everyone in the family, especially his mother. He knows that, it is really getting close to time where they're probably about to lose Rayne. And, he's really, really upset with Ray about all of the way she's been acting with the children, especially with how she's been treating their mom. And Emmett is really, really struggling with this. Oh, now he's very flirty. Okay, he's gotten his fun up and it's made him flirty, and he's had a dream about his crush, and he was like, oh, well, I didn't know that it was going to turn out like that. That is too funny. All right, but now that you have finished this jog there, you need to actually go ahead and get yourself off to school. So we're just going to cancel the rest of this jog out and let him head himself off to school here. He is quite a bit sweaty now, but it is time for school. So we'll just cancel out this jog and let him head to school. I'm really sorry that you have to go to school sweaty, but that is sometimes the way of it, and we will just get everyone to go ahead and listen to the teacher. I'm going to let him flirt with some classmates, considering he is about to age up to a young adult soon, and he needs to have some romantic interest in his life, and he's already flirty anyway, so hell, why not? As you can see, Ray is just feeling pretty focused. But Rayne here is feeling sad. She's feeling like she's had people in her life that have slipped through her fingers. She's a people person, and she says when a sim has so many friends, it can be hard to hold on to them. And she is really feeling sad because of that. And it is really affecting her on a very deep level. Now, you have to understand, all of their friends, Clay and her friends, are currently passing away all around her. They are all getting up in years and they're all passing away. But not only that, she was really, really close with her kids, and I just feel like she feels there's a strain there. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Ray is being short with her. Ray is really changed ever since the death of her father. She is not as close with Rayne as she used to be growing up. And I don't know if that is because Ray realizes that she is about to lose her mother as well. And because of that, I think that she is already starting to just grow distant to Rayne. I think that she has had a really difficult... Okay, that's not true. She hasn't even tried to process Clay's death. And then she is realizing that she's about to lose her mom. And I think she's just going ahead and distancing herself now, so that she doesn't have to deal with the pain that she's about to experience in losing her mom. Because as we know, she is even more close with her mother than she was with Clay, because she was around her mother obviously longer than Clay because it's her mother. So that is, something that Rayne feels, and she feels that rift and she feels that distance, and it is making her really, really sad. She is feeling those drifts in these relationships, and it is really getting her down. Teagan's PE class gets to run laps, lots of them, to build their stamina and lung capacity. She is mostly through the first lap when she notices a gap under the bleachers, just the right size for a little rest. What would she do? Keep running or hide out? Well, I think that it's Teagan, and Teagan is a pretty good student, so I think that Teagan is actually going to go ahead and keep on running. So we'll go ahead and queue up for her to keep running here. She's a good little bean. So yeah, I think that Rayne here is just really struggling with her feelings of this distance. And hopefully that gets better for her. But as you can see, it is not bothering Ray in the slightest. She is feeling focused, and she is playing video games, and she's been dealing with her university stuff, and she has kind of just been going on with her life nonchalantly. So we have Rayne out here. She is just tending to her garden a little bit. She's trying to get some of this weeding done. I am going to go ahead and actually get Ray to come out and help, because this is a big job, even though they have the gardener out here. Now that, Emmett is at school, and Autumn is at school, they are predominantly the ones that help with the gardening. they're not here helping, it's not the weekend, there's going to need to be some help outside of what the gardener can do and what Rayne can do. So I'm just going to get Ray to come out here and help, and then once it's time for her to go to class, then she can go ahead and leave and head on to her university class. But she is just whistling away while she works. As we know, Rayne is in, like, she's happy as a lark. She's just in heaven as she does this gardening work. She absolutely loves it. She is totally in her element. She loves the outdoors. She loves dealing with her gardening. This outside of baking is one of her most happiest pastimes, and it makes her super happy to be out here doing these kinds of things. So she is absolutely thrilled to be doing anything outdoors, any type of gardening, any type of fishing, any type of outdoor activity makes Rayne super thrilled. It doesn't matter that she is seriously on up in her age. She does not care. She is a happy, happy lady. She just wants to go over and talk to Ray, as you can see, and so she's going to try to spark up a conversation. Every chance she gets to be around Ray, she tries to have a conversation with her, and so she's like, hey, what are you up to today? Like, I'm really thankful for your help with the gardening. And Ray's like, yeah, it's not a big deal, Mom. You know, it's just a couple of weeds. I don't mind helping every once in a while, but, you know, I am really busy, and I do have to head to university soon. I've got class, and, you know, so I've got to go. So she's head off, and she's like, okay, well, that was short-lived. Well, I'm just going to go in here and have myself a bath. So she's going to go in here and get herself a bath after she worked up a little bit of a sweat dealing with the gardening. And then she can just do some of her, you know, mundane task here around the house. That she's all by herself now with all of the children out of the house, and it's really quiet, it's really lonely, and it's not something that she's really used to. She is used to a very loud, very full house, and typically whenever the kids would have been gone, obviously Clay would have been around, but he's not. So she's like, okay, well, it's really quiet here, and, you know, I don't really know what to do with my time, so I'm just going to bathe. I'm going to get some chores done. Maybe I can, you know, cook up some food, or I don't know. But Ray has returned home. All of the children are back home from school, and she's like, oh, well, it's later in the day than I thought it was, because she's still in the bath. She's gotten herself out here, but she is just going to continue on with her chores here. As you can see, Emmett is just rushing home after school here, and he is going to go ahead and make sure that the gardening was taken care of while he was away. We have little Ray here. Little Ray. She's not little anymore, but she needs to make sure that she, you know, opens up her scholarship letters that she never did open. And she is sad because one of them she got rejected for, but the other one she did get approved for, so she is super thrilled about that news. But she also does need to make sure she does her university homework for the day, and she already did turn in her presentation for her class, so that has already been checked off for her, so that's pretty decent. We're just going to let her finish up her meal here, and then she can go ahead and work on her studies and things of that nature. I got a present that I think is dumb. I want to trade it with a friend or give it back. You can't do that. That's for you. So her manners are going to increase from that, which is great. So Teagan's manners have increased. And she's like, I can't believe that you would even ask that, Teagan. Like, I would expect that out of one of the others, but not you. Okay. Caden's calling saying, hey, beautiful, can you give me a call? We're just going to ignore that. We know that she has a boyfriend in Otis, and so, I don't know. She's got a lot of romance with a couple of people. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but it would seem that our girl Ray must have had a little bit of a flirt session in school. Seriously, this is the second time I have caught you doing this. I am tempted to send you to rehab. So it turns out that Autumn, while she is at school, she has been experimenting with drugs, and it would seem that she has been busted by Rayne, and Rayne is seriously, seriously upset. Speaking of Otis, looks like he's come around. She has been busted by her mom, and she is high. She got high while she was at school today, and Rayne is livid. Okay, guys? She is so mad. Stoned, high on OG Kush. Look at her. She is now, and she has gotten high again. This is 2 days in a row she has come home stoned on OG Kush. Okay, guys, I don't know what the deal is with her, but she is spending every single day getting high. I don't understand why she is like this, but we're just gonna make her head on up to bed so that she can not get busted by her mom again, because she said if she gets caught again, she's sending her to rehab. So you go upstairs and go to bed before Rayne sees you. Rayne's down here working on this broken dryer, and so you go upstairs and go to bed. Rayne's like, okay, I don't know why everyone throws their dirty laundry in the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up and take it to the washing machine. But guys, we have hampers for a reason. And she's really getting frustrated. She's like, this is bloody ridiculous. So, unfortunately, as you can see, Rayne is very, very sad. She's really sad because she is now in a depression over Autumn. Autumn has depressed her because of the drug use. And she is going to be depressed for the next 2 days because her daughter is on drugs. And she has decided that if she catches Autumn again on drugs, that she's going to send her to rehab. So the fact that every single day that she comes home from school, she comes home high is really bad. Yesterday she came home high. Today she came home high. I'm just trying to keep her away and out of the line of fire because I don't actually know what that means. Like, if she gets busted in front of her mom again today, being high and stoned, I don't know, like, what happens if they actually send them to rehab? I've never actually experienced that in the game before. And, like, do they actually ship them off? And if so, where do they go? So that is a little bit worrisome because, as we know, we are in the home stretch here of Rayne's life. And for me to lose someone else in the family to rehab or whatever could be a little bit traumatic. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but as you can see, Emmett has come down. He is just going to grab a bite to eat and have a seat with his mom. And they're going to chat because he is a little bit frustrated with Autumn as well. And he's just going to say, like, does anybody in this house follow the house rules? Like, what exactly is going on? I don't understand. How hard is it to just have a conversation with you when you ask them to have a conversation? How hard is it to just follow the rules? Like, you know, people have asked me if I want drugs at school, and you just say no. It's really not a difficult concept. And he's, he's kind of being awkward about it because he's having to talk to his mom about this conversation, and that's kind of an awkward situation to have to talk to your mom about. But he's also a little bit frustrated because, he doesn't understand why this is so difficult for his sisters, because it's not difficult for him. He doesn't understand why they're having such a hard time with this peer pressure and why they're having such a hard time just doing what their mom says. And she's like, let's get a picture together. And he's like, okay, Mom. So here we have Gen 1 and Gen 2, and they're getting themselves a photo together. And she's like, son, I just want you to know that I'm really proud of you, and you do realize that it's about to be your time soon. And he's like, I realize that, Mom. And she's like, I really hope that, I've done right by you and that you're prepared for everything. And I really hope that you, can take care of the younger ones after I'm gone and, help get them, a good life and raised up and out of the house. And he's like, well, I'll do my best. And she's like, because that really is going to be up to you until they're old enough to kind of get out on their own. And he's like, yeah, I realize that. That's what I'm worried about. And she's like, you're going to be fine. Because he is going to have to take care of these younger kids until they're old enough to move out on their own. And so it is a lot of responsibility for Emmett. I mean, he is going to be aging up into a young adult, but they are going to not be quite ready to move out on their own yet. And so he's going to have to deal with that. And, that's a lot of stress on him. So we are just getting a message here that sometimes I just get so angry that I don't know what to do with myself. How can I deal with things when I can't even? Well, we're going to tell her to do a workout or talk it through with someone. So let's tell her to go ahead and, what would we tell her? This is Ray she's talking to. So Ray would tell her, well, you should talk it through with someone, which is funny because Ray right now isn't talking it through with anyone. So, I mean, she gave good advice, but Ray's not taking her own advice. So there's that. But I am proud of Ray for going ahead and, giving good advice, even if she isn't taking her own. And as you can see, Emmett had a pretty awful school day. He's feeling like, he is, embarrassed and mortified because nobody's getting his jokes. So he's, pretty embarrassed from having a bad school day. And, I'm sure it'll be okay, Emmett. Okay? I'm sure it'll be okay. But something has happened at school today and he is feeling mortified, which we hate. We hate that he feels like he is not, being understood at school. Hopefully Autumn will, behave herself at school today, because I don't know about that girl, but she is nothing but trouble. That's what she's turning out to be. But we have Rayne here just dealing with the garden as well. And as you can see, we have Ray here, and she is just going ahead and dealing with some of these forums. It wants her to mediate the forums. So we're going to go ahead and have her mediate the forums here while she is killing some time waiting on her class. She does have class in 5 hours time, and so she's just going to mediate the forums for a little while on the interweb here. And Rayne is just down here thinking about her life, because it is really close to the end of her life. And she's thinking about her kids, and she's thinking about everything that she's done, and she's like, have I done enough? Have I left Emmett enough? Have I done enough for Emmett that he is prepared to take care of Teagan and Xavier? She realizes that as soon as she goes, there is a good possibility that Ray's gonna, screw off. It's gonna be too much for Ray, and she doesn't think that Ray's gonna hang around. And she knows that Emmett's going to most likely have to deal with the children by himself. And she's concerned about that. Not only that, but she is really, really worried that, she hasn't done enough for him to get him prepared. We're just going to have her head on inside here, though, and take a nap. She is feeling really tired. So we will let her go ahead and get herself a little bit of rest. Doing the gardening has really, really worn her out. We know that she can't do much for long periods of time. So she is just going to go ahead and get herself a little nap here. And as you can see, now Ray is trolling the forums. So she was mediating them in the beginning, and now she's like, screw that, I want in on the fun. So now she's trolling them. And we're just going to get her to have a bite to eat before she has to head off to university class. And then she'll go to class herself. So she is just heading downstairs to get herself something to eat, and Otis is calling, and he's like, hey hun, we should go on a date soon. I think it would be really great for us. And she's like, yeah, okay, we totally will do that. Absolutely, because I have really been missing you. And so now she's thinking about Otis, and she's like, he is so right. We should definitely go out and go on a date soon. Like, I really miss him. And so she's come in, she sat down next to her mom, and she's just having herself a bite to eat. And as you can see, she's pretty happy. And Raynes just got up, and she's like, I've got some things I need to do. And she's like, well, damn. Like, mom's all talking all the time about how she wants to sit and talk with me, and then I sit down to talk with her, and then she heads off. So she's going to get up, and she's just going to go look at the family portrait while she has her food. And then, she is going to have to go ahead and get herself ready for university. But I think she's probably thinking to herself, I probably should help mom. She's not getting any younger, and, she can't tend to that garden all by herself, and I've got to be better at helping her out. I mean, I've already distanced myself pretty much as distanced as I can get without, fully up and moving out of the house. I might as well go outside and help her with the garden. I've already done my homework, so I can't use that as an excuse. So she's going to go ahead and come on out here and help her to sell some of these harvestables that they have here, because, Rayne can't do everything by herself. So she's come on out, and she is helping with getting some of these plants taken care of. And Rayne's like, thank God you're helping, because I was starving. So Rayne's going to go in and get something to eat, and she's just going to deal with this stuff until she has to go off to class. So she's just selling all of these harvestables for Rayne. And then once it's time for her to go to university class, then she'll head herself off to class. She is just heading herself off to university now. And as you can see, Rayne is just going and getting herself a little bit of stretching and exercise. But I am going to get her to come on out here, and she is going to get a little bit of fishing done. It has been a while since she's enjoyed herself some fishing, so we're just going to fish a little bit. And she is just enjoying the great outdoors. She's feeling a little bit flirty, which is kind of funny because, you know, really, Rayne? I mean, really. But once she is done fishing, then we'll let her have herself a little bit of a nap. It looks like she had a cringy stream that she watched, and she's got some disgusting teeth, but she's also still very depressed. She has a slight depression, actually, from her daughter and the drug usage. And we have some children that I want to invite over their friends, but they are back from school. So we're going to let her go ahead and stop the fishing now. And she's like, oh my God, I need to go have herself a nap. So why don't you go ahead and have yourself a nap? Oh my God, Autumn is enraged. Okay, she did get herself some drugs from school today, but she hasn't smoked them. Okay, well, I guess that's all we can ask for. She's not okay, though, it says. Well, you're not okay. You're not okay because you got your drugs, but you didn't smoke them, I guess. Because if you had smoked them, you'd be okay, right? Good grief. So everyone is home, but everyone is in a bad way. We've got a lot of children that are tired. We have a lot of children that are crabby. We have a lot of children that, you know, just are not in good moods. Ray has instantly gone into her room and gone to the computer because that girl lives on her computer. I am just going to get Rayne here to brush her disgusting teeth, and then she's going to head on up to bed and get herself a little bit of a nap because she is feeling really, really tired. And as we know, you know, she's elderly, and that's what they do. They sleep a lot. She can't help it. Like, she is just... every little thing really takes it out of her because she's gotten herself, you know, she's old. She can't help it. She really can't help it. She is in her last days, really. And so she's just going to get herself a little bit of rest here. And then we will go ahead and check in. Oh, goodness. It looks like Ray is seriously embarrassed. She's having herself a little bit of a pep talk in the mirror here. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not good. It's not good at all. And we're going to have Xavier just go to the washroom here. He has desperately got to go to the loo. Then I think you can go ahead and work on your homework after you're done with that. You're doing pretty good. Everyone else in the house is asleep. Xavier literally is the only one that has decent needs aside from the fact that he had to go pee. Everyone else is in really rough shape, but I think it's his buddy that was invited over as well. So we'll just let him entertain his little guest here. They can have a little bit of fun together, which will be, you know, fine. But first, they need to go ahead and just get a little bit of schoolwork done here. So he's just going to breeze through his homework here, and he's like running through this house. Everything he does at rocket speed, just like Mach 9. Zoom, zoom, zooms. So, I don't know. It will be interesting to see him get up as into like his teen years and see how he changes. Oh my God, with that walk, because you are enraged, you have to throw yourself a teenage tantrum. I mean, are you freaking kidding me right now? Goodness gracious. So she's going to work on her homework, which we love. And so that's great. It looks like Emmett is still mortified from his day at school and not having his jokes understood, but his needs are in really bad shape. So we're going to get him to eat and bathe, and he is seriously low on his fun meter again, and he's also tired. But there is just a lot going on with poor Emmett. Like, there is just a lot. Teagan is up in her room, and she is just instantly in there doing her homework as well, which we absolutely love. And as you can see, we have Ray and Rayne who are both taking themselves some naps. So that is great news for all. But I think that everyone will also need to get food in their bellies at some point. So, well, Ray's gotten herself up. What are you going to do? Use the bathroom. Okay, perfect. Well, why don't you actually come down here when you're done with the bathroom and cook everyone a meal? because you are the oldest in the house, you can go ahead and cook a meal for everyone while Mom sleeps. That will help out everyone, and then we'll have food available for everyone to eat because Mom is sleeping. So I'm just gonna get Ray to go ahead and go in there and cook a meal. We should hang out sometime. Are you cool with that? Okay, sure. So it looks like there's someone that wants to hang out with Autumn, which we love. Yes, we do. And look at poor Emmett. He's just like, ugh, whatever. I'm eating because I have to eat. I have no fun in my life. People don't think my jokes are funny. I'm just so mortified. High school sucks so bad. And he is just like really struggling with life right now. He's like realizing that he's around Ray, who he, is really bitter over right now. He's like, ugh, life is shit. And he is just not liking it at all. Okay, buddy, go get yourself a bath and, maybe that will make everything better. Teagan's in the bath upstairs, which we love. Mom's still in bed, but she is going to have to wake up soon and get herself something to eat because she is hungry as well. So, Mom, go ahead and get yourself up and get yourself something to eat here. Everyone needs to eat something. Why are you so flirty, Ray? Oh my gosh, is it because of your cycle? Because, holy crap. Red cheeks from being embarrassed. Okay, well... Very good, Ray. Very good. Other things on their mind, it says. Okay. All right. Anyhow. So he is just, slowly working up his needs. Get in here and take yourself a bath, sir. She is seriously in a bad mood. I'm just glad she's not stoned right now in here talking to her mom. That's all I've got to say. Extra credit complete. Good job. Good job. Now she's got to deal with her needs. Her needs are in just as bad a shape as Emmett's, but she's got to repair this toilet first. So I'm just going to get Autumn to repair this toilet, and then she can finally go to the washroom, and we will have her, take care of all of her needs, because all her stuff is in the red as well. Oh, my gosh. So the family is just kind of in shambles right now. I don't really know what the deal is. Oh my gosh. Rayne's like, I just need a cupcake. That's so very unlike her, but, she's like, sometimes I just need sweets, which really is not really like her at all. It's more a Clay thing, but maybe she's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe she's just needing to feel in touch with her husband, because really, she would typically go for a meal as opposed to a sweets, but that's okay. Look at all of the stuff that Autumn has in red. Bladder, hunger, energy, fun. The poor little bean. All right. Everyone's needs need to be taken care of. I've slowly got to get them in a better shape here. We will definitely work on that. We really will. We really, really will. Everyone's like, please help us. Please. Oh, now she's eating meatloaf. Okay, Rayne. I know that you were not hungry. She's like, no, but she cooked it, and I am not going to just throw out good food. It's rude, and it's not acceptable. Okay. So Rayne is going to go ahead. She's going to come in here, and she is going to finish up some of this laundry here, just because, that's the mom's job, and she's like, I can at least still help out, I'm going to, she did the food, I'll do the cleaning, it'll be fine, we'll work together, it's teamwork. So she's just going to put that laundry away, and we're going to get another load started, because all of these baths that everyone's taking right now is really accumulating some laundry, and otherwise we're going to have piles of clothing on the floor, and she desperately doesn't want that happening. So she's like, I'm just going to go ahead and get some laundry going, and we will head that off at the pass. And you know what, Rayne? That's some smart thinking. Oh, she's throwing her back out. Damn. So everyone is trying to get themselves some food and some bathrooms and some baths so they can get their needs up. And so I will go ahead and just let her put that food in the fridge. That way everyone can just grab it whenever they're ready for it. I'm fairly certain everyone has at least gotten some food in their belly, so everyone's needs are good as far as that's concerned. Now we're just working on baths and toilets, and then everyone's going to head themselves to bed to get some rest. And then I will be catching back with you guys in the morning. So it does look like it is about almost 10 o'clock at night. So everyone's going to go ahead and head themselves to bed. Are you going to go to bed? He's like, no, I'm going to play this. And she's like, you're doing such a lovely job, Xavier. I'm so proud of all the progress that you're making. He's like, really, Mom? And she's like, yeah, I really think you're coming along. I mean, I realize that you still need practice and you still need some work, but you're doing a lot better than when you first began. And he's like, that's true. I really think I am too. I was really, really bad then. Now I'm only a little bit bad. And she's like, I would say that you were really bad then and now you're better. And he's like, really, Mom? And she's like, that's what I would say. He's like, oh, that's really sweet of you. So, as you can see, Autumn is enraged again. Autumn, you just need to go to bed. Like, honestly, I'm just done with you. Okay? I'm done with you and your attitude. So, let's go ahead and get Xavier to finish playing here. And then he can go ahead and head himself off to bed. Everyone needs to go to themselves to bed. Come on, Rayne. That means you too. It is late and it is time for bed. And I will catch back with you guys in the morning. Okay, it is the next morning, and as you can see, Emmett is up. He has desperately got to go to the washroom, so we are just letting him head to the loo here. And he is like choosing to use the one all the way downstairs. Don't ask me why. I can't explain these things to you, but the Sims are the Sims, and they do the Sims kind of thing. So he has come all the way downstairs to use the washroom. And he is really gotta go. So we're just gonna let him go ahead and use the loo here. And then once he is done, we will go ahead and let him get a little bit of fun. I'm just gonna queue up for him to read a book here and see if that gets some of his fun up. He is, again, so far in the red with his fun that he is unable to do any gardening for fun. So I can't queue up for him to do any gardening. And it is a little still early in the morning for him to maybe go jogging. I don't know if that is really an option, but we will try the reading and see if that gets his fun up. And he is embarrassed, and it says, I cannot unsee. So he, what in the, no. Okay, Rayne. Okay, it's about 3:45 in the morning, and Rayne is passing away. And Emmett's going through a phase. Okay, that's great news. Well, Emmett, you need to come upstairs and witness the death of your mother because you are now our heir and your mom is passing away. Ray is walked in and seen that Ray has walked in and seen that Rayne is passing away, and now Emmett, and they are just like, oh my God, Mom, no. Mom, please. But it is Rayne's time, and she is going to be with Clay now, and she's finally going to move on, and it is the end of her time with us, which is really, really sad. And guys, the next time we will be seeing Emmett, he will be a young adult, and this is the end of season 1, and the next episode that you guys see will be the beginning of season 2 and the beginning of Emmett's story. So we will have to start figuring out what we're going to be doing with Emmett. We're just going to engrave her epitaph here. We're going to say, Rayne Willows Carver. Loving mother and wife. No, not and wife. Just loving mother. Loving mother, you will be missed. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, the next time we see anybody will be in season 2 here, and they will all be a little bit different and they're a little bit older, and things are going to all look a little different. But we will be moving forward with Mr. Emmett and his life, and we'll have to figure out what we want as his career and what we want to do with him. That being said, we are going to go ahead and we are going to travel now, and we are going to take them to the cemetery so that we can go ahead and we can properly bury our mom, so that we can lay her to rest with our father and they can be together. They are both truly missed, but they are now mourning their mom and the loss of their mom. So let's go ahead and travel over to the cemetery, guys, and we will lay her to rest here next to Clay. And as you can see, they are both laid here next to one another in the family cemetery here. So they are just going to come over here and they are going to... Really, Autumn, could you stop being like that and just get over here and mourn your mother? So they are just going to mourn their mom. And guys, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live. And after the end of this, there is a slide screen for Rayne and her life and the end of season 1 for this finale. So do hang around to watch that ending slideshow that I've prepared for you guys. And I will go ahead and see you guys in the next one. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.
Outside, a little bit high on the feeling, can't seem to focus. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you. Trying to get your attention, you make me nervous. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you. If I could hear my father's voice, he would tell me to move on. He would say I'll be just fine. Yeah, he would tell me we have time, time to laugh and time to heal. Our favorite song is on repeat. Drinking wine until the dawn.